So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 39. Rolling left, buying some time. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here comes Bryce Behringer to handle the 4th down punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Pickup of 12 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He puts everything behind this one. They connect on the deep shot. And he works this to the 38 before going down. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Here we go, here we go. Set go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. Ready.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Set. 70 Lions.
back to throw, needing a first. That one gonna go against the D. Coach can plead his case all he wants, but we know it's gonna fall on deaf ears. They call that interference, and it cancels their 4th down stand. A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. Throwing from the gun. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Tiger. Go.
On 2nd and 12 now. Escapes the pocket. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Ready.
Opportunity here for this defense if they can make this stop on 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Looking for a throw here. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he gets him around 6 there. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Tua now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers. As he records his 1st interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Working inside the red zone. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Just a field goal separate. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here.
Rocco switch.
Trying to run in, Harris. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Harris gets it on the counter. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. I'll pick up a 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
It's 3rd and goal, back to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Ready up.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Come on, set.
Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. He's got it. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Levis setting to throw. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Levis here on 1st down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he'll be just inside the 10 before he goes out. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
29 down, 22 reader.
Levis throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Achan. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins start to fight back with their first points of this game. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Kickoff taken at the 3. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet somewhere.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Looking to throw, Levis. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second and 8. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
They like their team.
On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun now for Levis. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Levis throwing again on second down. He's on. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here.
Like 46, like 46.
From the gun, Levis. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Dolphins likely looking at a punt. Bryce Beringer on now to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Wrap all 80.
They'll start with a give to Harris. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, set.
From the 36. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Oh, he put everything. That's cut at the 25. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Play action on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Let go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 40 Linda. 20 Rita.
Now Levis. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Steelers take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness. goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Slot man motioned over. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Right here.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Hauled in by Waddle. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Ready, John? Oh! 20, TX.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Go ahead.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Tua again. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Miami touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. And the extra point is up and it is good. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's loaded another one up. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Tua setting up to throw. Oh, he got... Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's...
And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins grab the lead on their first series of the half. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. Got Washington, it's complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Ball on the 45, first and 10.
Go!
Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ready, set.
They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go.
He'll throw it. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, set. Go.
He'll throw it yet again. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Running behind center with Harris. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That's incomplete left side.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Pass play now. Buys time, rolling right. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's Harris. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is an old school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
Come on, set. Trap 60, trap 60. Go trap, go trap. Ready, ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's second and goal.
Set.
Harris. And he runs it across. Steelers take a third-quarter lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
44, ready.
Here's a chain up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Tua now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They go with Harris on the run. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
They'll try and throw it here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Go.
Here he is on 3rd and long. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Go. Ready, go. Take go.
Going for it with Warren. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Yeah, ready.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
All right, come on. Out.
Now Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Hey, get set. Out.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think you know me by now, Kate. I have no problem being aggressive on 2nd and inches. But the problem is the defense was more than ready for it. And now, well, now you're probably putting it in the air again. And those defensive linemen, they're pinning their ears back.
And the Steelers going nickel. 3rd down.
Ready. Longer, long.
2 off the play fake. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the red zone now. He's got it. Touchdown, Miami. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Dolphins jump in front now by 5. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
60 by 6, 60 by... Let's go.
Going right side, Harris with it. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, set.
From the 31. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke down.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
Check, check. Ready.
Running left is Harris. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
The Steelers set to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. He manages 13 on this punt return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. A-Chain on the inside give. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Able to find Achane. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Steelers calling their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Man in motion out of the slot. From the 41. Has him on the quick. Oh, he lost the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Solo left side. All right.
They send a man in motion. Here's Tua again. Hauled in by Waddle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Dolphins with a 5-point lead. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Come on three, kick. Ready.
Trying to pick it up here with Achan. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Come on, 2.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. The back's got it. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Achan. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins push the lead up to 12.
35. Steelers 23. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing off the play fake here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So that brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
2nd and 10 now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Warren here from the gun. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring